My brother told me the day before my wedding that our father had been lying to me for 3 years. I almost didn't believe him. Our family has one rule that sits above everything else. You don't buy property alone. Every major purchase, every investment, every financial decision runs through the family. It sounds like a support system, and for most of my life, I thought it was. When my grandfather died, he split his savings between my dad and 2 uncles with the understanding that the money would be pooled, grown together, and eventually passed down. That's how we did things. Nobody questioned it. I'm 29. I'd been saving since I was 22. Worked double shifts for 2 years at a logistics company. Took on freelance accounting work on weekends. Lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with furniture I found on Craigslist. Every time I hit a milestone, 10,000, 20, 40, my dad would say, put it in the family account. We'll grow it together. That's how we build something real. So I did. I trusted him completely. The plan was that by the time I got married, the family fund would help us put a down payment on a house. My fiancée, Renata, had been saving too. We had talked about it endlessly. We were careful people. We thought we were being smart. My brother called me the night before the ceremony. Voice low, clearly uncomfortable. He'd overheard our father on the phone with our uncle 2 weeks earlier. They'd already discussed using the pooled savings, including everything I'd contributed, to purchase commercial property under my uncle's LLC, not family property. My name wasn't on anything. There was no plan to tell me. I sat on the edge of the bed for a long time after I hung up. Renata was at her parents' house per tradition. I couldn't call her the night before our wedding and unload this. I just sat there in the dark doing math in my head, calculating exactly how much of my adult life I had handed over in good faith. The wedding was beautiful. I smiled through every moment of it, and the smiling wasn't entirely forced because marrying Renata was real, and I wanted to be present for it. My father gave a toast that talked about family, legacy, trust. I held my glass and looked at him and kept my face completely neutral. My mother cried during the first dance. What they didn't know was that I'd spent the 2 weeks before the wedding quietly, carefully, doing everything I could through a lawyer my brother connected me with. I couldn't recover all of it. Some contributions had been made informally, no paper trail strong enough, but I recovered most of it. It was reclassified in writing as a personal loan with documented repayment terms, signed by my father before he understood the full implication of what he was signing. My lawyer had been very deliberate about the framing. The reception ended around midnight. Renata and I changed out of our formal clothes in the venue bathroom, bags already in the car. We weren't staying at my parents' house that night or any night. We had a flight in the morning, a week in Portugal, and when we came back, we had an appointment with a real estate agent and a pre-approval letter that had only our names on it. My father called before we even reached the airport. I watched the screen light up twice. Then Renata looked at me and I put it face down in the cup holder. He called 4 more times over the next 3 days. On the 4th day, I answered. I kept the conversation short. I told him I knew, that I had known for weeks, that everything had been handled legally, and that I wished him well. He started talking about family and I told him I agreed. Family was important, which was exactly why I'd protected mine. We bought the house 6 weeks later. Renata and I painted the kitchen ourselves on a Saturday afternoon with the windows open and music playing and absolutely no one else's name on the deed. I don't think about it much anymore, but sometimes when I'm standing in that kitchen, I think about how close I came to handing all of it away, and I feel something that isn't quite anger, more like relief that I woke up in time.